Hi, y'all. I am here to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm curious though. Do y'all really want to hear this?
Hi, everybody. I promised each of you a little while ago, maybe 2, 3 weeks ago, that I would come into this space and spend a little more time giving you a little bit more in regard to just my backstory. And so I'm taking a moment just to do that. I really appreciate each and every one of you and just the fact that me sharing my faith in this space resonates with so many other people. The encouragement, push and pull to get up and get moving and to stay in the fight. I am really pleased that there are like minded individuals in this space who find that beneficial. Your support of me, oh my God, has been equally welcomed and has meant so much to me. So I wanted to just relax here with you just for a moment, and I'm not going to keep you long. Just want to talk a little bit about me and my story. So I am an older, as if you couldn't tell from the gray. I am an older um, African American Christian woman living in the Midwest. And one of the things that I know for sure, because there's a whole lot I don't know, it's a whole lot, and that list keeps getting bigger by the moment. But one thing I do know for sure is that God is real. He's real. As my mentor, Mother Baker, used to say, He's real, y'all. And that, that I know for sure. You might ask, well, how do you know that? How do you know He's real? Because He has made Himself real to me. As far back as I can remember, I grew up in fairly typical, um, just lower middle class home, um, single mom. My dad was around, but he wasn't in the home. He loved us, and I sure loved him. But there were issues between him and my mother, and issues that really slanted, swayed, persuaded, like planted in concrete, her opinions about love, marriage, and men. She would share a lot of that because it was coming from a place of hurt within her. And there was something in me that wanted so desperately to believe that her story was an anomaly, that I could believe the movies. I could have that ending that I saw so many times across, that little box screen that we would kind of gather in front of because it was a little bitty box, big back TV box screen. Told you I was old. If I didn't tell you, I'm old. So I wanted that, and from the time I could remember, I wanted that. I remember entering kindergarten wanting relationship with someone. And from kindergarten through 12th grade, I had a crush on the same boy. And every year, every year, from kindergarten through 6th grade, I would tell him. I would profess my love to him and he would shoot me down. So every year. So that was 7 years straight of rejection. I was also during that time severely bullied. Bullied for being smart, bullied for wearing glasses, bullied for not developing as the other girls were developing, bullied for being shy, bullied for not liking bullies, you name it. That, along with other rejections, didn't help with my personal development, my self-esteem, me understanding that I had worth. I remember joining church because we had a friend and she was in church. And this gave us an opportunity to get out of the house because my mother and grandmother were not keen on us leaving our yard. My mother distinctly said, "Why you think I put that fence around that yard? I put that fence around there to keep you in and to keep them other folks out. You play in this yard with these other kids in this family." And that's what we did. Now, I grew up listening to and watching my grandmother pray, my mother pray. So I wasn't a stranger to faith, but it wasn't personal. It wasn't personal. God has a way. Oh my God. He has a way of making it personal. And it has to be for it to really be meaningful. So I joined church early on and got busy in church because I could be creative. And I love being creative. I love writing. I love reading. I loved being able to stand up before people and sing and be a part of planning and programming. I loved all of that. Early on, I loved it. So I had an opportunity to plug in those spaces in a way that wasn't as heavily criticized as in other spaces. I still had to deal with some criticisms because even within 4 church walls, you still got people. And people bring with them problems. And if we're not careful, then people will try to make their problems our problems. Okay, so with all of that in mind, and may split this up into some parts. Okay, so with all of that in mind, I got active, got busy, still looking for something that would replace what I thought was just this horrible experience of my mother's that had been thrust upon me. No meaningful relationships. I wanted to have a boyfriend, invest in that space. Didn't happen. Everyone I liked didn't seem to like me. And, get this, those who did like me, for some reason, I didn't trust it. I didn't trust it. I didn't know until much later in life that it was really because I didn't believe anyone could love me. Even in being so involved in church, I knew God. I knew of God. I didn't really know him because I don't even think I believed that he could love me. All right. We're going to pick this up again. All right. I hope that this is helpful for somebody. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about my story at another time. All right. Bye now.